Let's talk about my trading computer and what I actually use as a day trader. Now, this video was just inspired by a previous video I did. In fact, I'll put the link down below because I'm gonna go through my setup, but I don't mean setup in terms of what are on my actual screens. If you're curious about that, like I said, just watch the video down below. But I just wanna go over what exactly I'm using because with that video, I had all sorts of questions. Hey Clay, what's this? Hey Clay, what's that? And I thought, you know what, why don't I just do a video real quick? And that way you can see exactly everything that I'm using at my desk. And if you want to use it, awesome. If not, that's okay too. But quick little disclosure, any links you click on, they'll be affiliate links. So if you click on those, then we'll probably make like 75 cents. So if you don't want us to make 75 cents, I guess you can just do some sort of workaround. But all the links here, or at least the majority of them, again, transparency part, they will be affiliate links. But that's not why I'm recommending all this. I'm just saying, you know what, if we're putting in the time to do it, maybe we can make 75 cents. So we'll just start off with my monitors, and I'm gonna talk a little bit to the camera guy here because he's the one that built this. So Nate, these are Dells, right?
Yep.
And what size were they?
24s.
24s. We'll double check, but 24-inch monitors, and there are 4 of them. So that's how the monitors and such are set up. As far as what's actually within the computer itself, again, we'll put a link down below because Nate, again, the camera guy who works with me, he did a video years ago when this thing was originally built about everything. So I'll just put a link down to that. So if you want to know all the components about the computer itself, you can just go and watch that video and get all those components and all that. As far as the chair is concerned, this is Herman Miller. And but I got it at an outlet store. In fact, there's a video that I did on it. But regardless, we'll put a link to this chair. It's awesome. They're relatively pricey, but the more I've been doing this, the more I realize that a chair is a good investment because, I mean, as traders, if you're going to be sitting down, then yeah, you want to have the good ergonomics and support. Now, granted, I do also stand up. So this is a raised desk. I don't know what the right word is, but it's a motorized and it'll go up and is an uplift desk. So again, we'll put the link below. As far as the top is concerned, actually the camera guy's dad, Old Man River as we call him, Old Man River, he built it for me custom. I suppose you can get a wood desk or a top someplace else, or I don't know if you know a local carpenter or something like that, they can probably hook you up. But that's where the desktop comes from. But again, the function that makes it go up and down, that would be known as an uplift. And I do believe in standing quite a bit. So as far as standing, that's really helped my back out quite a bit. There's also a mat that you would want to use, and it's amazing how a mat makes a difference. I still remember thinking, that's for wimps. I don't need no mat to stand on. What is that? But it was crazy how after one day of standing for like 8-ish hours, on my back and everyone was like, oh, but then I get the mat off Amazon and it just disappeared. So definitely, if you're gonna do any sort of standing desk, make sure you get a mat to stand on. I get it. It sounds totally bizarre. It sounds very like overly dramatic, but at least for me, it made a huge difference. So keep an eye on that. As far as sometimes people ask about the microphone, use Audio Technica. And like I said, we'll put the links down below, but that is the mic that I use. And then the stand here, you can see, we'll just put the link down below. I don't even know what the actual name of is. It's an OC White, but so that's how the mic is set up. And then also something that's very, very important is you want a backup power supply. And that's something that I think mine gives me like 30 minutes, but it's one of those things where if the power just all of a sudden goes out, and I get it in some situations you'll know because if the sky is pitch black, then yeah, you know what, maybe the power might be going out. But sometimes I've had it where it's just a beautiful day and for whatever random reason the power goes out, but the backup power supply is going to keep your computer up and running. So that way you have at least some time to close down a trade if you need to, and you can let things kind of get things settled. So all of a sudden you're not just trading, then poof, everything's all gone. So definitely you need one of those. I always look at them as like an insurance policy. And for a relatively small payment, you are putting an insurance policy in place where just because you never know, you could be in a trade and if it goes out, it could cost you a whole lot more than what it costs to just buy one of those backup power supplies. So that's something else. I guess I'll include this because it is part of my setup. I have a nice little scanner here. That's awesome. It's a Fujitsu. And I don't even know if they still make them anymore, but if there's any sort of variation of it, super, super fast. Whenever anything needs to be scanned in, you just put the papers in and it scans right through it. So that's a beautiful thing to have. Let's see. As far as the monitor holder is concerned, that's a Bild, B-I-L-D. So that's worthwhile. Let's see, what else is there? Nate, what else would people be interested in as far as... Oh, the mouse here. So the mouse is a Lancehead Razer. Again, we'll put the link down below. Keyboard is a Microsoft wireless. And Nate, what else am I missing?
That's it.
That pretty much it? Monitors, cords, anything. Mat, got it. Chair, got it. I think that's pretty much it. At the end of the day, all this is kind of, it doesn't really matter. Now, it matters, but what do I mean? Well, what matters is what's going on between these two ears up here. You could have the greatest setup ever. You could have top-notch computer desk that's made out of like platinum with gold-studded diamonds, which is I don't think is possible, but it doesn't matter. And you could have everything and just be like, oh, it's so beautiful. But if you don't know what you're doing, then I'm sorry, you just wasted your money. And it's stupid. So don't think that you actually need all this stuff. Like I said, this is just an FYI video. But realize that what matters the most is what's going on between your two ears and your knowledge and your strategy of trading and all this other stuff. Yeah, it can make things a little bit easier to implement and all that. But as far as, the nitty-gritty details, that's what's all coming in here. And then also, as far as, what's actually on my monitors, I know I mentioned that earlier, that's in a video, but as far as what platform am I using, what broker am I using, and all those sort of things, I'll put a link down below to my resource page at the site so you can just see all of that. But as far as the physical equipment and what actually is going on, I feel like I'm missing something, so I'm stalling to look around. In the comment section, what did I miss? What did you want to know about that I apparently forgot to talk about? But I mean, I even talked about my scanner. So I'm pretty sure I got everything. If I went as far as talking about the scanner, yeah, I think that's it. So hopefully this helps. Like I said, if I did forget something and you're curious about it, just let me know down in the comment section. I'd be happy to help out. But hit the like button if you enjoy videos like this. If you want to learn more about kind of almost behind the scenes, if you will, about day trading and just trading, the markets in general. Maybe I could do like a morning routine type video. I don't know, but let me know if you have any suggestions down below. And like I said, hit that like button if you enjoy these types of videos. And then also check out the channel as a whole and hopefully decide to hit that subscribe button. Thanks for hanging out. And yeah, if you think you would want any of those things, I would be much appreciated if you use one of the links down below. But hopefully this helps. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.